Me, I'm not strong like that though.
But why are you that you're always threatening to beat people?
No, my mouth is strong. My mouth is strong.
Interesting.
Yeah.
But congratulations.
Thank
You just released your album. You have a new single, Wash Out. You're a dad again as well.
Yeah.
And you just worked out with the project, that Crime Invasion project as well.
Exactly.
A lot of things back to back.
Exactly.
I know that's how you do your work. Like, there's always something to talk about, Shatta Wale.
Exactly.
But congratulations. Let's start off with the Crime Invasion project. That's what I want to start the conversation with. You were in Kumasi a couple of years back when the whole Kumerica thing was up there. People spoke about it. They shared opinions, saying you are trying to tap into it and whatever. That didn't deter you. You moved into Accra to do that Crime Invasion project. What was the motivation behind that?
Well, I think is the buzz from Kumerica, I just, it was a vision, I would say. Like, God was just trying to tell me that, you have this brother somewhere that you also need to touch them, So I just basically had to plan everything with my team, come to Kumerica, come and just, discover what I can also discover out of Kumerica, because the buzz was so good. It was looking something that would be like internationally, proper, when we want to position ourselves when it comes to the world music. So I felt, it's hip hop, it's drill, it's beautiful, and the boys are trying. So why don't I also come here and, come and look for some, people in their hoods that are really doing good. So we came and we got, the likes of Amado, King Paluta, Kofi Jama, and, the rest of the boys. And it was beautiful for me. So after, I just felt, let me just channel that, to Accra. Yeah, because I feel Accra hasn't got the buzz yet. But, I feel because it was my dream to do that, to discover talent, because I feel if I had a lot of money and I own a record label, I could try and maybe sign some of them on. But with the brand I have and, the leverage it has, I believe if I can touch a few souls, we can also be able to build the music industry into a proper, place. So I just decided to do the Accra Invasion too. And
how did you arrive at these talents? Because I'm pretty sure that's one of the biggest challenges for even A&Rs, scouting talent.
Yeah.
How did you arrive at these individuals for that Accra Invasion project?
Well, I have people in Kumasi that, for instance, let's say Kumasi. So I have people I know, the portfolios, the abroad and stuff. But because it was youthful, I wanted somebody who was close to the youth like that, and I found out that Portfolio knew, those people more. So with the help of one of my peers, Flex Jermaine, he linked me to Portfolio, and we had a talk, and, he started scouting some of them for me. But before that, I'd known Kim Paluta, Amado, because I love hip hop. So I was watching Kim Paluta and Amado more at that time, before I met all the boys, Frimpong, FaZe, and it looked beautiful. Before I came, Portfolio has done some groundwork for me, and I really love that side.
Your friend,
my bestie, but now he's left the team. He's playing another team.
Oh, how did he leave it? I'm sure he's just on some leave or something.
Hey, you come back because I had to.
Baby.
Exactly.
But I mean, that's for the Kumasi project, the Accra project. How about the scouting in Accra? Because, like I said, there are so many talents in Accra as well. But looking at these talents, and I've seen people talk about some unique talents on that project, for instance. There are so many people who I know back into your emails, into your DMs and all that, tagging you to listen to their songs. But why these individuals? What was so unique about them?
Well, with Accra, we wanted to do it. So I had some few artists in mind. For example, I had King Junior, who was always close to me. He's always been telling me we should do something. I have Joko.
Okay.
Yeah, Jokwe. He's also a good rapper. I lived with him in Dansoman. His brother Kombolo is my friend, so we used to stay together. But I chanced on this video on TikTok.
Okay.
That a guy called, the guy's name is Niayi, right?
Yes.
Niayi, was pleading with me if I could do the same thing. But you see, one problem about artists managing an artist is that sometimes, yes, the journey starts beautifully, but when it gets to a point that they need to listen and get the proper roadmap of this whole, work, then it becomes difficult, because when the fame sets in, you don't know the mindsets of other people and, what they hear from people. So when he said it, I was like, no, let me speak to some flex about it. And Sammy was like, if I feel like, because sometimes I like to move with my spirit. So it was like, if I feel like doing it, why not? We should just, consider it and do it. So quickly we started, raising funds, Sammy started scouting for all the rest of the boys like Papillon Blood, and Boy Cray. He started speaking to all of them, had a meeting with them, in my office and told them about the whole project and the idea, and they were all down for it. It was just one guy, Mununkum, that wasn't on the project, but still I had to, give him a shout out because, I feel, when there's a talent and they are not getting the help, a little push would do. So that's how come we scouted all those artists. And trust me, like, with a recording session, I didn't have that chance with the Americans. But with Accra, I told them that Comerica already had a buzz. That was why
it was easy to spark off.
Yes, but they don't have a buzz. So we need to direct them and show them how they can create like a unique style, which will be commercial, for the masses out there. And lo and behold, like all of them were like, they embraced it and they loved it. And that's how come we brought out the Accra track.
So far, are you impressed with the numbers, with the feedback you are getting from the people? I mean, obviously, you did it from your spirit. You feel like this is what you have to do. But are you impressed so far? Or you think there could be more?
I am. I'm very impressed because the calls I'm getting from people, from the hosts is like, they've always waited for these boys to just blow up, so the feedback is good. And I'm even shocked how the video is even trending on YouTube because I was telling my boy a while ago that like Nyamia boys way power because if they can be able to do this and we just get to the #1 spot on YouTube, at least it's a good time for them. So I have a WhatsApp group that I talk to them every time. I tell them to take advantage of this, opportunity and really utilize it well. And they should keep their unique styles on the project because that's what people is knowing them for now. So they should grow out of it and, just try and build so they can also, find a career for themselves.
Amazing. So Accra Invasion Project is out already on YouTube. Just check it out. Support the artists. I mean, look out for all the talents in that particular video. Support them and let's go. In doing that, you are building a whole industry, supporting an industry that you find yourself in. You found yourself in on so many occasions talking about industry. You fought almost everybody, including me.
It's crazy. It's crazy.
So what actually led to our fight?
Sometimes...
Don't worry, we'll talk about that later. I know people are waiting for that. We'll talk about that later. But I mean, yes, like I said, so we've done the Accra Invasion, you've done Kumasi's own, your projects are out. You have a new son as well. And that's life is going well for you. But let's look at Shatta Wale as a brand and as an artist. You and industry. What is that major problem you have with the Ghanaian music industry that makes you talk all the time?
Well, I think it's the mindset of how people see what we are doing. I believe there is a way we can structure things and make it look like more proper in the eyes of, people rather than us promoting certain stuffs that I don't think I even have a fight with you. It was one time I was in America.
Misunderstandings and all that.
Yeah, I was in America and I saw a publication of me and my late friend Junior US. We were in the car and I saw a publication.
Still going back to the thing that I said.
Yeah, So when I saw, I was like, But NY, one time Rich Game was always like trying to tell me that you should come into the management team so we work and stuff. So I was like, but how can NY say there's a cocaine in my car?
No.
No, but
I didn't say there was cocaine.
No, so I'm not.
But I understand.
I can't quote you well, like how you say, but the publication was like, some substance, blah blah blah. I was like, anyway, but this one if you do. But one time, I was at JFK, and your publication came up.
Oh wow!
So I was like, I need to find a way and sit with my people and tell them that no, we can do this proper, but some of the things. It wouldn't only block my chance. It would block like all of us, because it always looks like the news about Shatta Wale is negative. And I always tell people that I didn't start this negativity. It started from, bandana days. I think people don't really know the genesis of this whole story. So, they just do the hearsay, and, do their judgments. But I believe when I came into the industry, I saw like some few things that I feel like But why are artists performing and they are not paying them? For instance, like I had problems with like the late Wuti Dabri, of Peace FM, like they call you for shows and you ask them, oh boss, how much you go pay? Hey, you they talk like that, be yesterday, come and perform the show. So sometimes I go like, is this how they deal with everybody? But I started like researching about the industry, asking artists upon artists, and it was like that was the norm. Like when DJs are playing your song, they don't pay you. So I was like, hey, I didn't leave because I left home angry with my dad, came into this music thing that I wanted to prove him wrong. Yeah, so I was like, no, I can't live like that. Bro, as I started like asking people questions, DJ Willie, he's in Accra.
Yeah.
He put out a poster some time ago, and I had to go to Kolegono with my boys, go and fight him. That no, you should like call me, and all those things started spreading. And all I was hearing was Shatta doesn't respect, hey, Bandana doesn't respect, Bandana doesn't. So that's the genesis of this whole problem.
Okay.
So some people heard I don't respect, and they took it upon themselves. So me going back to rebrand and come back, I felt like no, let me just try and kill that he doesn't respect thing. But I came back again, and all I'm saying is on the car and I know there's all bad, that kind of thing. I was hearing the likes of Makoko Kumante say, oh, woman, 1 year parents. So I was like, why are you people like into negative?
So you felt people held on to those things they had heard about you.
Yes.
And that's exactly what they were still running with, even though you had gone into hibernation and came back.
Thank you. So those are the things that when I sit down today, I'm talking about it. Somebody sees it like, well, why are you fighting with everybody? No, I'm not fighting everybody. I'm just trying to make everybody know that the negativity of how we are running this thing won't help. Because when I watch myself and the life I'm living, there is no negative thing around me. Like when I go for meetings, like, I have like my businesses that I do aside music, like I'm making money from that side. So I see people like, oh, why are you trying to promote this? Like, it won't help. I'm just doing music. And if I do something that you don't understand, there's a way you should call me so we talk about it. When there's a problem and maybe Shatta comes on Facebook Live to speak about it, there is a way you guys need to approach me and talk about it. But if I have a problem with, for instance, Shatta House, and I do a live video, and people take offense out of it, and he doesn't respect the man is a big man. No, the man, bro, like we are not perfect here. Like we are all like one, in the eyes of God. So why don't we listen to each other's problem and solve it for? For instance, if you come here and say, oh, Charlie, me, Yari, hey, into Benedict, hey, work a hospital. I need to be able, but you can't tell me, Yari, say, Charlie, Yari, and I club. You see me like I'm not thinking. And that is how I see the industry. Like, I see that if I talk about Shatta House, that they've nominated me, they didn't call me. They never like ask me which picture they want to use for. Yeah, you understand me? And they just do anything, and I just come and do live video. Shatta, they on board.
Don't you think, in as much as sitting here and having these conversations, these are legitimate concerns? Because of course, you can't use anybody's image without their consent for whatever you want to use it for. I know with their war schemes, for instance, it's part of their terms that once you are nominated, they can use your image for publication and all that. But don't you think it's about how you go about it? Because it makes it look like Shatta doesn't like diplomacy. Shatta there, kind of boom, 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 then it goes his way.
You see, we are living in a country that is trying to develop. We are not a developed country here. So whatever people do, they don't do it as developed people. So when I'm approaching like a matter like this, I make people understand that it's the reality that I'm talking about.
Yes, so you could push those realities in certain ways. And yes, sir, from the way you go about it, if we all try to act like that, then we will be in a jungle.
You see, in a certain ways, people have tried it and it has not worked. People have tried to solve these problems. Oh, let us write a letter to Musica. Let us write to the ministry. Let us organize ourselves and go and meet. The English has not worked. Yeah, the diplomacy you're talking about. So I have found a way that, okay, if people have used these methods and it's not working, then I'll use this method for myself and see. And bro, like, it's working for me. It's making people see how serious I am. Maybe it's only the entertainment industry that sees me like, Shatta, the way I approach matter. I have ministers that Shatta Famom. Because when MPP and NDC people are on TV and they are arguing, honorable Kennedy, but we can't use any table fruits.
I remember I watched one of his interviews and the people he had employed, apparently he put some of them through school. And they went for a commercial break that was about 20 minutes. And when they came, it's like, why do you go on a commercial break for 20 minutes? Like, it doesn't make sense.
Yeah.
You know, and Okana drink I agree. I understand. I mean, yes, there are moments you have to go. But when that becomes like, that's Shatta's brand, that's, don't you think consistently, then it makes others also want to pull away from you?
But nobody is pulling away from me. Like, you see, I'm doing my business in a way that
helps you.
Yes, you know, there are people who want to go and shop at maybe PZ or magazine. Maybe there's some cocoa that is a magazine that's where you want to buy your cocoa. Maybe your cameraman likes to buy his cocoa at the mall. So it depends on how you see the business. You can tell, cocoa now they now find more no because PZ told me cocoa no me 1 million Ghana cedi. It was or the more I want to mean as a scanner. So I have seen my position in this country that, okay, as an artist, let me just keep like speaking the truth. Let me just being real, just keep being real with whatever I'm doing. It'll work for me. Promoters come for me every time. So I even get some shows and I go like, so these promoters, are they hearing like whatever like people are saying? They don't listen. Because the promoters are listening to the people. You understand? What the media is trying to portray about me is just something they don't want to accept. The Shatta is just trying to say that, okay, I am not perfect. And I've never said anywhere that I'm perfect. So when I do something that you don't understand, Shatta, I think this thing, we have to sit with you one-on-one and have an interview with you.
That's where diplomacy comes in, but you don't like it.
With an interview?
If you have to sit and talk about it and trash things out, try to understand each other, then you could have gone the same route as in you're addressing certain issues.
No, but bro, that's what I'm
That's
giving.
where it brings it.
No, but that's what I'm telling you, that people have used that method.
It didn't work.
It didn't work.
But it's worked for you so far.
Very well.
That has made, I mean, one time I was asking myself, if anyone advises Shatta Wale, does he listen? Like, does anyone even advise Shatta Wale?
It get very perfect. My team or
they advise you.
Everybody.
Do you listen?
Everyone that gives me an advice that I feel, okay, it is good for the cause, I take it. Like I have Roland here. Ask him, he's been taking pictures of me. I think, why Roland? So you can take pictures like this. So he's always on my phone. Because whatever he's doing, I'm not saying like, Roland, no, hold the camera and take the picture, like he has it. So whatever he's doing for me is an advice for me. It's okay, do this guy, he wants me to look good in pictures. You see, people see the Shatta brand as like but what they forget is that the guy is just speaking the truth.
Don't you think that is because of how you've portrayed yourself?
If you say how I've portrayed myself,
or should I say how you live? You've put out a statement some time ago. The Shatta, the commandment.
Yeah.
You say Shatta is always
Shatta Wale is always right.
You have to refer to rule number 1.
Yeah, if you don't understand, you refer to rule number. Do you know why?
Tell me, explain it to me.
Okay, so now, let me see maybe a publication from NYDJ saying Shatta Wale sex scandal. I go like, NYDJ? How? Come on. You see the way I'll come at you. The calls you get will make you look at, but this guy, is he mad or something? Yes, I'm mad. Because when you also did the publication, you didn't try to consider or put yourself in my shoes and say, hey, how is he going to feel when he see this message? Okay, let me call Shatta rather than Shatta. I want to create a publication and make it like sex kind of, you know, the fans are going to talk about, you know, I will understand that one. But for you to make it look like Akwawe message, no, I'll go for your mother and your father.
Let me confess. You remember when that publication came out? I was about to get married. And then I visited my then girlfriend at home. And then the mother called me. May I so rest in peace. Called me, Nanayao. Baby, I'm a Febia radio. You're boarding. Shatta Wale is your book, Michelle. I feel I'm over why. Michelle. See, listen, that week.
I'm sorry.
It was crazy. Like my sister-in-law, my mother-in-law, everybody was like, Nana, China Sem.
I like her a lot.
Unfortunately, she's passed.
Oh no, man, she rest in peace.
She was like, "The story I want to try now." Then every number started hearing me home. Right there, I was like, no, I mean, man, try now, but I mean, you see, with time, you go and get to understand. And for those who read from my website now, you realize that at times I ask myself, okay, what's the essence? Like at the end of the day, what?
Yes.
Because I'm a family man now. I understand what people also go through and what it might mean for their families and for themselves. So I sit back and look at certain things and say, listen, this was not necessary. This thing is not necessary. In as much as that's what the people want to read. But I stay off those things because I feel it doesn't really matter anymore. Of course, there are times that certain things happen. They are the reality. They are the truth. So as a journalist, you have no option than to put it out. But then there are moments I feel you need to look at, certain things as well and say, listen,
that is exactly what I've been telling Sammy, that, I started working with him and I found out that no, he wants to learn something, because it's like the industry has not realized that whatever they are doing is not affecting me. Shatta doesn't respect. Shatta, he smokes weed. Shatta, he does this. Shatta is a junkie. Shatta. And I'm still meeting the right people in my life to move on. Because all those people I meet around me that give me business, things, like stuff. So when I say, I go like, so this man, you don't hear about this thing, and it makes me feel like I would want to find an opportunity. Like, see all the people I've been calling, like the Andy Dostys, who am I would want us to have like a sitting like this and tell them that, like, I am not an enemy to them. It's just that they don't really understand what they were doing when they started it. And that has affected our music industry. Because if you check our music industry now, it's about talking about somebody problem. We always want something negative to come up and we talk about it. But Shatta is doing a whole lot of great projects. Like, I'm trying to use Shaxi to create employment. I have my Shaxi office in Kumasi. I'm struggling so hard to even launch it, create, get drivers to be on board. Like, at least we also help ourselves in the community.
Yeah.
The industry is not talking about that. I'm doing my real estate stuff. The industry is not talking. So I go like, so what you guys want to talk about? That's why recently I had to wear a Calvin boxer shorts for them to talk about it tomorrow. Because I feel like
you like to generate the conversation.
Because if you do, let me go and stand at maybe, let's say, Dinyame and say, oh, NYDJ, this is your house. I want to. Oh, it's settings. Hey, so when we believe that God exists.
Yeah. This is your boy, Wale Music TV. Send subscribe my share, so wanna subscribe him. If you wanna click bell no do, na me the video be out tomorrow. I want the first person about share. If you wanna drop a comment was so. Wale Music TV, yes, Shatta Wale ni TV, I ever more Shatta Wale ni news. Na update, everything be a friend Shatta Wale who be a once a back on the more platform do. Into bomb more than subscribe, next share, no brother, and I was system who edumede in Wale Music TV. Video be able post on what they be a by Shatta Wale. Inti say Shatta Wale no fan question dia blend bete good news. Blend never share, never subscribe, no brother, and our system who edumede in the more platform do. Video be able post on what they be a by Shatta Wale. Inti say ejiwon di day Shatta Wale fan question dia blend bete good news by Shatta Wale. Ne bomb dana share, no brother, and our sister who edumede in Wale Music TV. Thank you.